Hey all, how you going? I hope everything's well with you, and I hope you've enjoyed a very good Easter weekend so far. It's been a little while since I've made a video. This one, okay, is about the Xbox 360 games that are going to be going up in value quite significantly, in my opinion at least, over the next 12 months. It has occurred to me though that there's a few games in here that are over £10. So the vast majority, 24 or 25, are actually all under £10 or under. The rest of them have gone up quite quickly in the recent sort of 3 weeks to a couple of months. So I'm not going to sit here and go into too much about what the game is, if anything at all. I'm just going to say, hey, this is one I think, and so on and so forth. So let's just do it, shall we? So the first one, Singularity. Great game, an absolutely great game. This is going up a little bit more at the moment. Definitely one to watch. Fairy Tale Fights. Now here's one for you that you probably haven't heard of. This one is dirt cheap. We're talking about £1.50 to £3 at the moment on CEX. Definitely one that you should pick up. Definitely one that will go up in value. Remember Me. Ridiculous why this is so cheap. I don't know. It's such a great game. I don't think it was as popular as people like to think it is, or what was at least. But that's your next one. Here's a little bit of a curveball, and the word ball being in the name of this. This is an odd one. Handball 16. This has gone up significantly in the past 3 weeks. I don't know why. Probably because it's quite I don't like using the term rare on it. It is rare, but it's not rare. It's just uncommon. I think is the right word for it. It's uncommon. So Handball 16 on the Xbox 360. This actually will net you probably around about 30 to 40 quid on the PlayStation 4. I think it's PlayStation 4. Yeah. Uncommon in the UK, 99.92. This is another one that's over £10. Pick this one up whilst you can as well, because that will increase. This one was about £3, maybe even £2, only about 3 or 4 weeks ago. That's Dark. Not a great game. You play as a vampire. That's all you need to know. But check it out at least. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2. This one is over £10. A great platformer. The original was pretty damn good, and I believe it was actually remastered for the PlayStation and the Xbox quite recently, maybe a year ago, something like that. So yeah, check that original one out, but pick that one up if you can. This is one that's going to catch you right out. El Shaddai. How is it pronounced? Ascension of the Metaton. I'm telling you now, a month ago this was £3. This is now over £10. Okay, you need to get this game because it's very unique. It's very, very unique. And whilst it isn't one of the greatest games ever made, it's definitely worth a play, and it's definitely worth picking up due to the fact that it's just going to this is my tip, for in 12 months will skyrocket. So keep an eye out for that. Velvet Assassin. This is another one that's over £10. Is it any good? Not entirely sure. My copy's got a fold in it, which is not really great. But still, I haven't really had a chance to play this, so I can't tell you what it's like. But I never promised you that I would be telling you what these games are like in the first place. Venetica. Well, here we go. This one's definitely under 10 quid. I think. Again, haven't even really played this one, but just look at the artwork. You can just kind of get a gist of what's going to be going up in value. And then again, all of these are going to go up. Some of them are just ridiculously low in price. So this is like a double really, because this might as well. So we've got Superstars V8 Racing and Superstars V8 The Next Challenge. Now, okay, the original is a far better game than the sequel, but they're great arcade races. They're more sort of like, they're touring car games really, but these are, I think, I wouldn't call them hidden gems, They're definitely well worth your investment. I can tell you that much. Pick those up for about between £1.50 and £3 each. This is criminally underrated. Knight's Contract. Knight's Contract. Right, I've been an Xbox subscriber at least since the original days of the original Xbox, and I've never heard of this until about 4 or 5 months ago. So I picked up a brand new copy. It's not brand new anymore, but it was at the time, and that was about 3 months ago. This is about £4 to £5, I believe, on CEX. Well worth picking up. It's a great game. It's got a great story. It's not the best game, but just it's a third-person adventure game, and it's got a very unique, I say a very unique, in my opinion, part of the game, or at least part of the gameplay, which is where you have to control this woman as well at the same time. It's very interesting. A witch. Lord of the Rings Conquest. It's just like, I like to think of this as very similar to Lord of the Rings of Two Towers and Lord of the Rings Return of the King on the GameCube, PS2 and Xbox. It's very similar to that, let's put it that way. But because it's Lord of the Rings, you know what's going to happen with this game. Enough said. Mindjack. Why the hell is this so cheap? This is an awesome game. I think it's about £1.50 on CEX. Really? It's fucking incredible. This is a great game. You kind of like, I think you kind of like, you mindjack people. You can control all different people through, think Geist, I think, maybe be the best way to put this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put a comment below, you know, this video and tell me if you think I'm wrong, but that's kind of how I see it. AMC's The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Where the fuck does this come from? Why is this? This is a shitty third-person shooter. First-person shooter, I apologise. But it's got the main actors that voice Daryl and, is it Merv? Or Merle, something like that. Still, this is well worth having a go at least anyway, okay? So, but this is another one, again, that's like all of these, are going up quite significantly. And these are my tips, really. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Based on the movie, DLC is still available for this at the moment, so pick that up whilst you can before the shutdown of the Xbox 360 original store later this year, 2024, I think July. It's not a bad game. It's not bad. It's worth what it currently is, which is, I think, is about £3 to £5, but still, definitely one to stick in your collection. And it's G.I. Joe, man. Come on. Now here's a real curveball. You're going to have to bear with me a second. I'm going to do a, was it games with, yeah, I was about to say games with Drink and Josh, but Drink and Games with Josh, that guy. Bottoms up, it is Easter after all. Oh, I needed that. Here's your curveball. These are my tips, by the way, okay? So you can take it or leave it. Deepak Chopra's Leela. This is basically a meditation game. I played it. It's not bad. It's fucking cheap. It's about £1.50 in CEX. I think what's in this game is very unique because it's obviously meditation, but still, what it does is, I think it's very unique, and I think this is definitely one to keep an eye on, and it's the only Kinect game that I'm going to be mentioning here for that very reason, because it is very, very unique. Now, some could argue that, you know, Child of Eden's unique. Well, not really, because it's basically the spiritual successor of Rez. But, and here's another one. Oh, pardon me. That's gassy. Champion Jockey, G1 Jockey and Gallop Racer. £1.50, £2 in CEX. Keep an eye on this one, I'm telling you. Mini Ninjas. There's nothing much more to be said about this game. This is why this is still so cheap, I do not know. But What a great little game. What a little adventure platformer game. This one of the first games ever released on the Xbox 360, Fusion Frenzy 2. Think Mario Party, but Microsoft style, and it is a lot of fun. It's got great couch co-op. It's got fantastic multiplayer as well. Give it a try. Really cheap, under £10. Infernal Hell's Revenge, I believe this has gone up a little bit recently. I think this is maybe over £10 now. Shit game, but again, people didn't really buy it back in the day. So, Enslaved. What was it one? Enslaved Odyssey to the West. We already know about this one. We know why this is. We know this is a great game, but it's going to go up. It's going to go up in value. Full Auto. Think Twisted Metal. Think Vigilante 8 Second Offense, or just Vigilante 8 Carmageddon. But mix all that up with Burnout, and that's what you got. Hellboy. Hellboy, The Science of Evil. This one is a crap game. Okay, so so's Rambo on the Xbox. So that's gone like this is just going to follow suit of that game, I'm telling you. Race Pro, underrated arcade racer. Absolutely, you need this one. Dirt cheap. Here's a weird one. Millennium Championship Paintball 2009. Why do I think this one's going to go up in value? Well, I'll tell you why. Because nobody fucking played it, and it's absolutely janky as hell with the controls in it. I mean, I only just about managed to get through the tutorial, but still, if you want something that you think is going to go up in value, and I'm telling you, this one definitely is, pick this one up. Hunted, The Demon's Forge. Nice artwork. Yeah, it's I haven't played this one, so I can't tell you what it's like. Wheelman, totally underrated. Vin Diesel, you can jump from car to car, motorbike to car, motorbike to motorbike. It's got a great story, and Vin Diesel's in it, and it's only £1.50, I think, on CEX. Why not pick this up? This is definitely one I can assure you will go up in price. Last game, Binary Domain. What an underachiever this game is. Okay, made by Sega. It's got voice control for your assistant characters. Let's just call them AI, because we're in 2024 now. So and I'm pretty sure it's this game that's got that French robot in it. It's quite funny actually. But all in all, this game is a great game, and it tops off my list of 30 games that are meant to be under 10 quid, but aren't, because like 6 of them have gone up in price since I thought about this. Anyway, there you go. So my next video will be 30 games of the most expensive games on the Xbox 360. Now obviously I don't have all of those, but the ones that I have, and they are my suggestions, because that's what I've gone out and picked up. That'll be my next video. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've seen some games here that you hadn't seen before, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your weekend. Well, actually, by the time you watch this video, it'll probably be the end of the weekend, and it certainly may not even be 2024. But either way, enjoy whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.